Today's air gunning video is brought to you from the studio of Pt2 Adventures. We hope you enjoy. Hey, good morning, family. Welcome back to Pt2 Adventures. We have a special one today for our first shots, first thoughts. Because when we got the Natechrony originally, I reached out to Nate because I saw that version 2 talked about potentially up to 45-50 caliber. Reached out to verify that before I tried it on the Texan, and he said, wait a minute, and he actually sent out a couple of carbon fiber units for me to use. So these are prototypes, and the final version will be full carbon fiber insert instead of this partial that's in here. It'll be a full carbon fiber insert and unit, from what I'm hearing. Like I said, he sent these prototypes for me to test. So I did some initial testing with the Texan without any electronics. Now we're going to swap out, put some electronics on, and see how it goes. All right, family, it's time. We're going to take our Natechrony that we did our initial testing with. We're going to put it into this body that I've gotten from Nate. Put the electronics on. Probably also swap the top. And then we'll do our next testing on the 3622 and go from there. So let's get started. All right, we paused here for a moment. So this is the original unit that we took this off of. And as you can see, the holes are not in the same place for this spacer piece right here that's supposed to go in here. So I'm going to have to double check with Nate before I continue, because I don't want to mess it up. You know, that piece seems pretty, I'm not sure what this does, and I don't want it to be missing and need it. So I guess we'll have to take a pause and see what we find out. So as you can see, all put back together is with that new carbon fiber insert, and we got power. Next steps, do testing. Stand by. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, family, we're back here at the 25-yard line. This time with the Texan, we're going to start with 350 grain. Then we'll do a 405 grain and a 411 grain. With the Natechrony. Shooting a pumpkin down there. $861.
2,480.
I don't think we moved that fast. No way I shot that at 5,000 foot-pounds. As cool as I would like to feel. Shot number 3.
733.
That's a little more realistic. All right, so there was the testing. And everything looked pretty good. We did have that one abnormally high value while shooting from the Texan. That second shot, that was around 2,500 feet per second and over 5,000 foot-pounds of energy. Not realistic. Reached out to Nate about that to talk with him a little bit, see what he thought, let him know the findings from the testing, obviously, because we're testing, as I mentioned, as being the prototype. And his suggestion goes back to discussion we had in our first shots, first thoughts video. And that is where we talked about the CO2 and how it's not recommended because the gases can mess with the sensors. It was a humid day, and you'll be able to see probably over here a picture of the plume of gas, for lack of a better word, that's coming out the end of that muzzle with all the power that comes behind shooting a 457 slug out of a rifle. So his suggestion was you had my Donnie FL adapter on there, so it blocked the holes on the actual unit so that it took away those vent paths, so everything went straight down the barrel. So swapped out for testing after that. Everything I've done so far since then, I've just been putting this directly onto the end of the barrel so that these holes can line up, and that air can vent out that way as well. I haven't had any more issues other than Pt2 issues with forgetting to power up the Crony or things like that. Which brings me to the other thing I want to talk about, and that is, with all the testing you saw, I used the computer as power source. We've talked about you can use a phone as a power source. My personal recommendation is some kind of portable power pack that you can use. Keep nice stable power. You do not have to actually have the computer or phone connected and looking at values while you're doing the shooting. It will still record. I have gotten data, actually all the testing I did with the Texan after this video. Stuff that you'll see later when I show you some slugs I'm testing with the Texan. All that testing was done without the computer up thus far. Again, some pop-up errors, but as long as I remembered to power it up, it took the readings. So it is a viable, and looking forward to continuing to test this carbon fiber insert unit. So it does look different. I'll show you here. So this is the original piece that was in. So this is the version 2 of the Natechrony. This is that carbon fiber insert. We just put the electronics on and swap the top, as you guys saw. And the final version is supposed to be bigger diameter also, so be able to take full power, even more than we're putting through the Texan. After all, they did just announce the Tex Rex at SHOT Show. I don't know for sure whether or not that 95 caliber AEA Zeus is going to be able to go through the Crony. I don't plan to get one, but I will see if maybe I can confirm, or maybe if Nate sees this video, he can leave a comment on if he thinks it will accommodate up to the 95 caliber or not. Anyway, that's all for now. I hope you guys don't mind that I zoomed through the 3622 portion of the testing, just so that this wasn't a 16-minute video. Thanks for stopping by, Papa T, and we'll catch you next time.